Ahoy, Tony Milazzo, you are live and on board, and we are in Marina del Rey Harbor. And my guest today is actress comedian Amy Milano.
Hi, Tony.
Yes. How are you, sweetheart?
Good. Great to be here. I dressed up for this. None of you can see that, though.
She looks great. You'll see a photograph, though. We'll get a photograph up of it. She's looking good. You look hot. You got a show tonight?
I do have a show tonight in downtown LA. Great. Where is it? I don't know. Some Casey's Irish Pub.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Doing some Irish comedy?
Yeah, but a bunch of drunk Irishmen, always appreciative of my humor, you know?
It doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, I love a good drunk crowd.
Amy's an East Coaster, too, huh?
Hey, New York.
Oh, yeah,
we got to stick together, New York.
So you lived, where?
I lived in Manhattan for about 7 years, and I would say, you know, I miss New York. I miss the East Coast.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, people are always, my mother calls me every day reminding me, why do you live so far away, Amy? You should come home. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing out there?
And my parents do the same thing. We're thousands of miles away.
Yeah, it's hard.
Living the dream.
Living the dream, man.
Living the dream. I'm glad you came out to the boat.
Yeah, this is great.
She's on board. Oh, yeah.
We haven't left the dock, but it's okay. It's beautiful nonetheless. I imagine out in the middle of the sea, and it's quite gorgeous.
This lady's schedule is too busy to leave the dock. That's what's going on with her.
Well, you know.
So stand-up acting, for people who don't know you out there, Amy Milano, where could they find you? And then I just want to talk about your highlights and some of the stuff that you're proud of that you've done and achieved.
Okay, awesome. I love to talk about myself. So
excellent. We're going to have a great show.
Let's have a good time. Let's have a good time. Woo. Pour yourself a glass of wine. Come on, people.
All right.
What was the question?
Can I get you a glass of wine?
No, I'm good.
That's the question now.
I
gave her a bottle of water. Usually everybody else on the show is drunk. I give her a bottle of water.
I drank on my way here, Tony. I'm quite good.
Okay. You didn't spill your drink while you were driving, did you?
No, I hit one bump and that was, you know. I always say the cops, you got to be careful when you're drinking and driving, because the cops, they want to pull me over, and then they want to put that thing in my mouth and make me blow on it.
Oh, well, look at what you're wearing.
Or worse, they give me an alcohol breathalyzer test.
She's looking good, though. You're looking good.
Oh, well, thank you.
I love her energy. She's going to have a great show tonight. That's great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Where do we find Amy Milano?
Amy Milano. AmyMilano.com. So if you go to my website or Amy Milano social media, Instagram, hashtag me anywhere. You can follow me home after a show. That's fine. I'm everywhere.
You
so
more stalkers.
I do. I welcome stalkers. It's fine.
Fans.
I travel with their fans. They're just
Once
overexcited
in a while, you got to travel in the trunk, but kind of strange.
It's fine. I mean,
as long as they let you out at the next show,
it's fine. A little chloroform at the end of the day, you know. So yeah, I have like all my list of my shows and events on my calendar. So, but all over LA I perform. I do go back to New York quite often, and I'm out on the road a lot too, which is exciting because I get to meet the good people of the United States, and it's fun.
There you go. I noticed you were out doing the one-woman show last season, right?
Yeah, last year I toured a big international tour with my one-woman show, Dancing with Crazies, and it's basically...
excuse us, international.
International,
Woo!
Tony. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I was in Scotland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Nice.
So it's the biggest theater festival in the world, for those of you that don't know, and it's like Burning Man for theater people. It's like amazing. It's like 500,000 people from all over the world. They come to Edinburgh, Scotland, and they bring their shows. And there's literally like 150,000 shows happening within 1 month.
Wow.
So it's like a lifetime dream if you're a theater person to go to Edinburgh, because it's like to get reviewed, for people from all over the world to see your show.
My lifetime theater person thing was to get the heck out of New York and do something in LA different than theater. That was
Yeah, well, I know. I wanted to stay away from theater after being in New York for so long, but then after, it's like you go back to your roots. You know what I mean?
You get the fever again.
You go back to your roots, and it was just...
I haven't done theater in so long. I think I'm kind of coming full circle. I'm ready to go back to some
you probably will miss it. You will enjoy it. You know, if LA, you know, if you can get a good audience. But if you,
How'd they like your show over there?
I think it was well received. It was really good. I got reviewed, and it was just I met so many friends from all over the world, and it was like, it's so crazy because you have to stand in the street and hand out flyers. And I was like, what am I going to do to get people to come to my show? So I had my tap shoes with me because I tap dance on my show. So I was literally tap dancing in the street, and I was the only person. It was like they'd never seen somebody tap dance in their life. So I had this big crowd around, even though, you know, Ireland's so close and they do the Irish jig and all that stuff. I got lots of crowds through my tap dancing. Yeah. So I just hoofed my way through Scotland. And
I'm a hoofer.
You're a hoofer?
But I don't find any place to use it, or when I'm casting things. I've never gotten to use my tap dancing.
Shut up, you're a tap dancer too?
Yeah, so I guess I have to start my own
my gosh.
I have to start my own one-woman show, get a wig, and
do your solo show. Well, you know what I recently did, Tony, was I took my tap dance. I was hosting a show, and I never had done this in my life, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to, because they say as a performer, as a comedian, you should apply your skills to your act. And I was like, this is kind of crazy. But I did. I was like hosting a show, and I was like, well, if the night gets boring, and I just started doing a bunch of steps, and everybody was going crazy. And then they were like, more tap dancing. So if like a joke didn't work, I just would tap dance. If like,
that's hilarious.
Before I introduce the next act, I would tap dance. So I suggest you, because I'm the only one in LA doing it right now.
Bring it in.
So you
then all the comics will start doing it.
And then we could
3,000 comics tap dancing.
Just freaking people.
It'll be a whole different thing.
Yeah, they can't tap dance like we can, but we should. Yeah, and then maybe next time we do a show together, we could do a little tap dance together. It's huffing and tap dance is the same family.
Is there we have to bring some modern thing into that, doing it?
Yeah, well, a little hip hop,
cutting edge something.
Definitely, like a Cirque du Soleil tap.
I'm not coming back out unless it's different now. Next time.
Exactly. We're reinventing ourselves here on Tony's show right now.
A hoofer. I can't believe a fellow hoofer.
I can't believe this.
Incredible. You don't meet many people who can tap dance.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. We're going to have to tap dance together.
We definitely, seriously, we definitely will.
It's going to happen. I know.
We definitely will. But I do have to say the best part of my international tour was when I was in Scotland was I found a husband. So that was... I found a husband in Scotland. Yeah.
So do you still have a husband in Scotland?
No, I moved him here because I was just done with dating guys in LA. So
you found a husband?
I met him and I imported him.
That's smart.
And now I have a Scottish husband. He's great.
Don't trust those American guys.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with LA guys, you know, but
it was like so, but I don't know. Have you ever been to Scotland?
No. Okay.
I've not been to Scotland.
They speak English?
No.
But I don't understand a single word anybody is saying. They're always like, you want your fish supper? You speak a wee bugger.
That's kind of how they sound.
That's what they sound like.
To you.
Before they drink,
Some people understand them, I think. I don't understand them.
I still don't understand. I don't understand anything my husband says.
I hear them talk to each other. I'm like,
I know. It's like,
how do they do that?
Everything's angry. It's like, ha, what? Whoa, go on over here, oh! It's like anger.
So he must think it's like Christmas morning under the tree. I mean, look at this. He meets you, American funny actress.
He scored.
He scored.
He was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. So yeah, I mean, if you've been to any of my comedy shows in the last 10 years, you would have witnessed my crazy dating stories. So
okay, I remember some of them. So how long is this? How long are you married?
Well, we just got married 1 year ago. Yeah.
All right.
1 year ago.
So it's new. It's fresh.
It's very new. Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, it's exciting.
That'll wear off.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's fun. Everything's fun in the beginning.
Oh yeah. I'll check back in with you in a couple of years. We'll do another show. And
we'll do it, yeah.
So how's that marriage? What marriage?
Well, they say 3 times is the charm, so.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Thanks, Tony.
Is this your third one?
Did I just slip that? Did that slip out?
Oh, my God. Have you been married 3 times already?
This is my third husband.
You're so young.
It's
How
fine.
can that be? You're like 28 or something.
I know.
30.
It's crazy.
What do you do? It's like, so maybe we're right. We'll check in next year.
No. He's a good one. He's going to listen to this show, too.
All right.
All right.
How's it going? How's things so far? Maybe we should have had him on.
Yeah, you would You could have
By
had.
telephone. Maybe we'll call him in a little
We
while.
could
Who
call
knows?
him. I'll do the interpretation.
So back to you.
Let's talk about me.
Let's talk about
'Cause,
you. This is all
yeah,
about you.
he
This is
got-
all about you.
Thank you. Yeah.
All about you. Actress, entertainer, writing, producing. Where did this all start? Were you like inspired by someone or something when you were a kid? When did this take it back?
Yeah.
Why?
I think I started doing stand up when I was 3, and I was like a really shy kid, but if I went into character, I would get up in front of people. So I loved performing. I just always loved doing impersonations. Like, Lily Tomlin in Sesame Street in the big yellow chair.
Mm-hmm.
First impersonation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I recently met her and got to tell her that she was my inspiration to become a performer.
Oh,
How cool is that?
Yeah,
like
that's
life
very
full
cool.
circle,
That's very cool.
So, and my mom, put me on dance, and we were hippies. We used to move around a lot. Like every month when the rent was due, we'd have to relocate. But
I think that's gypsy.
we were gypsies. They're gypsies. They call themselves hippies, but yeah,
But you were following the circus tents. I know you were. Whether
we were
it was
just
acting or whether it was live stage, you were following the circus tents.
I just grew up in it, and then it was like a natural thing, and I was like, so I couldn't imagine doing anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're like between jobs and between gigs, and then you're like, why did I do this? And then then you fall in love with it all over again.
Yeah.
You have those moments on stage, but it's definitely like, it's a roller coaster, you know? Yeah. It's a roller coaster. You have to commit. You have to, like, if you're going to live this life of an artist, like, you have to, it's like full throttle, because you can't really half-ass it. You just have to kind of, like, okay, well, I might be broke and I might have to live in the back of a boat, but this would be a nice boat to live in.
Oh yeah.
but you're like, hey, what are you gonna do?
I'm suffering out here.
You look like a struggling. Tony's a struggling actor, I can tell. On his, what is this, a 60-foot yacht? What are we on now?
I'm inspiring. Your family? Did your family like inspire you and get behind you and like? I mean,
yeah, my mom. They're pretty inspirational. You know what I mean? They're pretty like, kind of like do whatever you want to do, and they pretty much told me when I was 8 to do whatever I wanted to do. So it was just kind of like, go off and, kind of raise myself. So give them a lot of credit. That's cool,
right.
But that was before social services. So.
Yeah.
My mother.
Today you wouldn't get away with that.
Today,
Who raised you? Myself.
I just kind of raised myself. Like what? Just hippies. Hey, just go off and do what you want to do. Like literally.
Hey, well, look at how good you turned out.
Thank God I turned out normal. I'm like.
What?
Thanks, Tony. As he's gagging. I was like, I realized it's from this tiny little town in upstate New York. And I was like, I wanted to get the hell out of there. I was like, I could never imagine living here. And when I was 21, I bought a one-way ticket to Africa. And I went.
What'd you do there?
I lived there for 2 years. And I was like, you're going to
like. In the jungle?
No, I lived in Accra, which is on the Ghana. Ghana is like the Ivory Coast. I lived right on that west coast.
Yeah.
And so I went to school over there, and I like studied, and then I got involved with the dance, the dance community, because I wanted to like learn tribal dancing and do all this dancing. And I figured as a dancer, it's best to go to the place to study where dancing comes from, right?
Right.
Like dancing comes from Africa. So I literally grew up wanting to dance with a tribe. So I went and did it. But the cool thing is, you'll appreciate this story, was I was like, what can I do to make a difference in Africa? And, people like build irrigation systems or teach English and do all that kind of stuff, which I really don't want to do.
Right.
So I went to the Capezio store in New York City, and I bought 50 sets of those taps, and I brought them over, and I put them on the national company, and I was the first person to teach tap dance in Ghana, and it spread throughout the whole country. And then when Bill Clinton came over, when he met the president of Ghana, they did all the tap dance and African dance, like medley. They did all my choreography for like the president.
Oh, that's incredible.
So it's cool. And then before I left, they gave me a statue of myself, which was like, 5'4", whatever.
Yeah.
But I couldn't bring it back because it couldn't fit on the airplane.
Oh.
But it's in the National Theater. So
good stuff. Groundbreaking.
So that's my history-breaking story.
Yeah, very gypsy hippie-esque.
Yeah, it's kind of strange and odd, and
I like it.
I don't know. I like to tell that story because it's a proud moment, and I was like, what? And then sometimes I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
But no, it's pretty cool. And Shirley Temple was actually the ambassador to Ghana, but I was the first person to teach tap dance there.
Nice. I
So
like that. Worldly.
it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Like
First one to
different.
do that. Make a difference. Especially hoofers. There's not many of us.
Not many
Not
hoofers.
many hoofers.
It's a dying art, unfortunately.
Dying art. Not many hoofers.
No, kids aren't taking tap anymore.
Let's talk about your one-woman show.
Okay.
Your one-woman show, we talked about you did it in Edinburgh, and you've gone all over doing this show.
Yes.
If anybody else knows or has seen one-woman shows, basically you get out there, you wrote this thing, it's part of you, so it's very emotional. This is like your whole life in front of everybody. You
Right.
unveil it, you go through all the years, all the moments, everything it takes to put the show up, travel with it, booking it, getting people in the seats. That's a lot of work.
It's a labor of love. I mean,
That's
you
a lot
have
of
to,
work.
you have to. I think the number one thing about somebody wanting to do a solo show is like you have to, like, you're compelled to tell a story. You're absolutely compelled to, like, I got a story that I gotta share. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like after the way I was raised, which was very unconventional, and then I kind of was like, I was always searching for that place to call home. This is what my story is about. One woman's search for love and a place to call home. I was always searching because I grew up, traveling a lot. And then I lived in Ghana and Jamaica and London and all these places. I lived in Spain for a while. I was trying to find that place to call home. But along the journey, I met so many interesting characters, and I had such a cool story to tell that I wanted to share that story with an audience. And I got to bring all these characters to life on the stage.
Awesome.
So it was and then it kind of accumulates over doing the show now for 6 years. It basically ends with home is not a place on the map. Home is not a place on the map. It's within you, and it's a feeling in your heart. It's your home wherever you are, really.
Wherever you hang your hat.
Yeah.
Or wherever
yeah.
you drop your anchor, I say.
Wherever you pass out after a few Chardonnays. You know what I'm saying?
Better not be on my boat if it becomes home. Everybody's moving in.
Yeah, I know. It's
Did you have any experiences on the water? Did you do much boating as a kid? Anything on the water?
We
boating?
did. My family, we would rent a houseboat in the summertime, and we would go out on the houseboat up on Lake Ontario for a week or two. And that was interesting because my family didn't know anything about boating, so there was a lot of screaming and yelling, and we didn't know about pumping out, and that was a disaster. A couple times we'd hit another boat as we're pulling in because they just let anybody rent these boats.
Oh, yeah. There's
but
no licenses on the water.
Yeah, but
landing and taking off's everything too.
Everything. So it was, but it was amazing because it was the best memories of my childhood was on this boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's us on the lake and just really cool traveling around on the boat. And I'm like,
the gypsy hippie family.
Yeah, the gypsy hippies. We loved it.
That was cool.
So so some of my best memories definitely on the water.
Yeah.
I'm like a fish. I love the water.
So how about one of your most memorable moments on the water?
Oh my goodness. Memorable moment on the water. Okay. Let me see.
Everybody usually comes here with the bad one. They're
the
always
bad
oh,
story.
my story on the water. I almost drowned and died. No one ever has. I want a positive one.
Yeah.
I want a fun one. Almost died. We don't want that.
This is a story that comes to mind. I was up in... it's not positive, but did you want me to do?
Go for it, whatever it is. It feels good now. Let's just do it.
I don't know. This is a story that comes to mind. So I was a friend and I decided to go whale watching off the coast of Massachusetts, and it's one of those clear days. You go out into the sea, and it's oh, nice, right? And all of a sudden, the storm comes in. And the boat is right out in the middle of the freaking water, and all of a sudden the waves are going over the boat. The whole boat is just I was in the corner, my knuckles are wet. I was like, this is it, we're gonna die. But there was a tour group of children on this boat, about 30 children, and for the first hour they're shoving hot dogs and potato chips in their mouth. So you have 30 to 40 people all simultaneously just vomiting everywhere all over the boat. So it was like, we didn't even see one whale. It was like, screw the whales. Frick those whales. We don't give a shit about the whales.
There's
We're like,
the green.
it's like,
I
can you
hate when
please?
everyone gets green. Yeah.
Can you please, like,
Ugh.
can we turn this boat around? Like, because literally it was going up on its side, and it was like, and we all got a refund, you know, we all made it back, but it was like the most disgusting, crazy.
It turned
We
out
were
better
crying.
than I thought, though, this story.
We were
Let me tell
crying
you,
and screaming.
I thought 5 out of 6 of your friends got eaten by the whale. You had to
Yeah.
wait 3 days for him to poop them out or something. I was like, okay, this turned out okay.
I know, yeah, I mean,
That
it was
wasn't that
fine.
bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay, you could have
I could have went,
embellished and made up
I could
one
have
big
embellished.
lie or something. If
I
you
know.
wanted.
I don't lie. I mean, I'm just, you know.
The truthful actor.
Yes, I mean.
Which I have a question then, right
Yes.
there. I went to Lee Strasberg and
Very nice, yeah.
creating the moment, you know, that kind of thing. So when you're acting,
yeah.
Is it truth or a lie?
It's about listening and answering and being in the moment. So it's truthful because you're in the moment. You have to be in the moment, right?
Do you have a certain process? And so when you take on something, somebody gives you a script, do you have any?
Yeah, I studied Meisner. So I studied
nice.
at Meisner at the Neighborhood Playhouse in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And it was amazing, this amazing 2-year program, and it was all, I did this Strasberg before, I did like all this, you know, method, I tried everything.
Yeah, I did Meisner, HB
yeah,
Studios.
you gotta dabble, you gotta do them all, and then you find what craft works for, well, like what technique works for you.
Yeah, like people go, the method, but for me it's my own method, I took from everything. And
exactly.
Bag of tricks.
You make it yourself, you put it in your bag of tricks, and then it takes like 20 years to figure this shit out, you know. Yeah. You know, then you get older and you're like, okay, yeah, I get it. I get it, you know. So it's like about being in the moment and really connecting with the person you're working with. Yeah. You know, and I mean, if you're on the green screen and you're looking at an object on the wall and you're supposed to fall in love with that object because it's supposed to be something, you know, you have to do some kind of background work and all of that. But if you're working with human beings, it's usually easier to, you know, like, okay, cool, let me do a background on my character. Let me figure out what I'm doing, you know. Yeah. Who am I? I'd rather play characters all day long than, you know. I can actually be a little shy, so I like to be a character. So, I mean, does that sound weird? I like to be a character.
You are a character.
I am.
Yes. I gotta say, you're many characters.
They say the definition of acting is the ability to live truthfully in an imaginary given circumstance. But the definition of schizophrenia is the ability to live truthfully in an imaginary circumstance. So technically the only difference between an actor and a schizophrenic is the actor was given the circumstance and the schizophrenic doesn't have a circumstance.
Pretty much.
So we're all crazy. We're all crazy.
Uh-huh. She says, we are all crazy. Look, did you hear her? We. That's the other thing crazy people do, is they put you there crazy with them.
Come on.
That's what they do. No, I'm pretty crazy.
You're a tap dancing comedian.
I'm crazy.
I mean, you're a hoofer.
But you are a multi-talented Renaissance woman.
Thank you.
You are.
I like that.
Very impressive. I'm always attracted to work with and be around Renaissance people and have them on the show.
Love it.
All the time.
Love it.
And I'm really happy that you came down to Marina del Rey to have fun with us today. For sure.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So what's next? What's going to be next for Amy Milano? What's next for you? What do you want?
I would say the next chapter is definitely to take the one-woman show and to do it in a different medium, which would be in film. Because film lasts forever, you know? Mm-hmm. Film lasts forever. So that's my goal. And so working on that, you know, and at the end of the day, if you can't get a movie produced because Hollywood's crazy, you make a movie yourself. People are filming movies on iPhones now, so yeah. I'm just crazy. That's the next step, and that's been the next step. So I've just basically been ironing out prepping for that.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And performing as much as possible because
you're always
that
out
feeds
there.
Yeah, that feeds your soul. You have to.
She even produces her own comedy show. She's out doing comedy all the time.
You have to.
You're a busy girl. Tell everybody where they could find you again one more time.
So go to amymilano.com. Milano like the cookie.
Yeah.
amymilano.com.
Good cookies.
And those are good cookies. And
they give you a percentage of that, or?
Yeah. I mean, Melissa Milano, my cousin. You know, she's very.
Yeah. Yeah. She has her own cookie.
She has her own cookie. So, basically, And Milano is a great place in Italy, so.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Amy Milano, or you can find me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and at your local dive bar.
Okay.
All over the place.
In Scotland.
Scotland. When I'm not touring.
So, if anybody else was going to do this, enter this crazy business, young person, impressionable, like you were at one time, what would you say to them?
Probably just stay in school and get a good education. I'm just kidding.
Crushed dreams.
Just be a school teacher. No kidding.
Crying home.
I'm just kidding.
Get a real job.
I don't know. I know.
Go home to your mama.
No, I mean, I always say, like, if you have a dream and you don't go after it, that's like the most heartbreaking thing in the world. Those people that don't, you know what I mean? The people that are in their job and they say, well, I could have did this or I could have did that. There's no harm in trying. So even if you try it for a year or two or 20, you know what I mean? Like, at least you
40.
tried it. 40, your whole life. It's like you are living what you're passionate about, and I can't imagine living in any other way. So that's what I would encourage people. And people don't know if they're passionate about it really until they try it, because many people try things and they're like, yeah, you know, I think I want to go to law school. And I say, that's great, because I definitely need a good lawyer.
Excellent. That works out.
Makes the world go around. Something for everybody, but.
So before we go, is there anything else you want to share with us?
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm schwitzing. I don't know. I love your boat. He has a very big boat.
Hey, I got a big boat.
Let's see. What do I want to share? Basically, I got shows coming up at Flappers and the Comedy Store. So if you message me, or like, this is my rule, if you message me, email me, get in touch with me and want tickets, they're always free. I always comp people. So
you hear that?
You're always welcome to come to any of the shows.
Amy Milano, free tickets.
I've even paid for people to get in because
she will VIP you.
I will VIP you.
She will VIP you.
I'm like that, yeah.
Okay.
So I want people to come
I'm
out.
Coming out.
I want people to come out, man.
You VIP
know?
me, baby?
Yeah, absolutely. You're totally VIP.
Yeah, I am in. I'm going. I am going.
We're there.
I am going.
Come see Tony and me do a hoof number together.
That's right. Oh, I will hoof in the next show with you. We'll have to tell everybody
we're doing
when
it.
And where we're going to do that.
Yes.
Are you going back east at all for the holidays between now and like January?
No,
February?
I'm not. I was just in New York last week, so.
Oh, you were?
I think I'm good.
Did you have some pizza? Tim and I on the last show were talking about pizza.
Oh man, nothing like
a
New York
Tim was
slice.
on the show. Tim Homer-Ewan?
Yep, nothing like.
We were talking about Spumoni Gardens pizza, and we were talking about St. Mark's pizza on St. Mark's and First, and
basically any street corner in New York City. You can find just killer pizza, killer bagels.
Oh, yeah.
Miss the bagels. I miss dirty hot dog, man.
Oh, dirty water dog.
Just a dirty water dog.
Corner.
Any corner.
Yeah.
Any corner.
Any corner. My knishes.
Oh, my God, a potato knish.
White Castles.
When's the last time you had a potato knish?
Well, last year the machine went on fire and broke down. I couldn't get a knish on the internet anywhere. I couldn't get a knish for a year.
What?
One place, Cabela's, one machine. Not the round ones, though. The round ones is two machines in the U.S.
Okay.
The square ones, the real potato knishes. Those are the ones I eat. Yeah, nice. I don't do those round knishes. Those are kind of...
I don't know if I've tried
a
square knish.
I don't like those round.
But
those square knishes. Cannolis. How about cannolis?
Damn, good cannoli.
Veneros.
Yeah.
They're only in Rome and the East Village.
I know. It's true,
the two best right there.
The food in New York, it just tastes better, right? What is it?
Oh, just something.
Not to diss like LA in any way at all, but like, I don't know, there's something about New York food that's like everything you eat, it's a little bit different.
It's the same with the boat too. Everybody when we're out on the boat goes, wow, this is good, whatever we eat and are doing, you know, smoking a good cigar. But it's true. Everything's better on the water.
Everything's better on the water.
And everything's better in New York. Hey! No, we didn't mean that. We're kidding.
We're just kidding.
We're kidding.
We love LA.
We're kidding.
We're not jaded.
For sure. Oh my God.
I love it here. It's like great. Like I've been here like 10 years, so
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
no, 10 years is
you
like
pass as California with the
total,
blonde hair.
total
And the
California.
blonde hair, big breasts, makeup,
That's
looking
it.
hot.
I'm like,
Hey,
I know.
she's an LA girl
no,
now.
I haven't given into the Botox yet.
No?
No,
This is all real?
this is all real.
Oh my
I like to
God.
move my face. This is the problem.
This
If
is
all these actresses,
real?
they can't move their face.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
no, your face moves. Everything moves.
I'm a shaker. I'm a mover
I'm
and a
like,
shaker, man. Hey.
Everything moves. Go see
I'm
Amy Milano. She's going to pay for your ticket to
I
come
will.
see her.
I will.
Get in touch with her.
You could buy me a drink after that, and we can, you know.
That's right. I'm going to buy her a drink after the show.
Okay.
I think we're out of here. Our time is up.
All right. This was so much fun. Thank you for listening. Thank you for having me, Tony.
That's right. We're going to do some boating.
Let's do it.
We're going to have some fun. Amy Milano is live and on board Marina del Rey Harbor, and we'll catch you soon.
Thank you. Ciao, Bellas.
You're listening to Live and On Board with Tony Milazzo. Catch up with me on Twitter and Periscope at Tony Milazzo Live. Email liveandonboardpodcast@gmail.com. And check out our new open group on Facebook, Live and On Board Podcast.